Hi everybody. Okay, I have to make two disclaimers before I start. The reason why I did separate videos is because I have different reactions to the search for these two people. Okay? That's number one. And number two, because I have so many opinions, these videos might be a little bit longer than my usual. I'm going to try to keep it around 10 minutes, but I'm just letting you know. And if I yell, you're forewarned because this is a heated topic for me and I am very vocal with my feelings. So, okay, all that aside, today was Judgment Day because Jennifer and James Crumbley were sentenced formally for the crimes of involuntary manslaughter, 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Okay. So, let's just start with the sentencing guidelines were anywhere between let's see, people were predicting somewhere between 4 years or 48 or 43 to 84 months. Okay, and for all you guys who don't do math really quickly, 43 months is just under 4 years and or 7 years. Okay. Um. Now, when I thought about it before they were sentenced, I said, well, if they get 4 years, that's kind of a light sentence because their inaction caused the death of 4 people, 4 teenagers. And I consider that more egregious than most because you're talking about a teenager. That means that you don't know how much life he or she could have had, okay? And you don't know what it would have been like. It's different than if somebody, like, I know of somebody at, I don't know, say 65. Just a random number. It doesn't mean anything. My point is that by 65, most people have lived a pretty full life and fulfilled most of their goals. Okay? These kids were like 14, 15, I don't know, like teenagers. Okay, this one girl was 14 years old. 14. And the other kids were 15, 16. I mean, we're not talking old. So, okay. Um, Now, granted, I thought it was going to start at 9 a.m. So when I woke up at 10:30, I was kind of like worried that I had missed the whole thing. But it turned out that no, they didn't start until 10. And then I joined at around noon just because, I had to take care of some stuff. And I didn't miss too much because they were in the victim impact statement section. Okay, so there are 4 victims, and I'm going to say their names because they deserve it. Justin Schilling, Hannah St. Juliana, Tate Meir, and Madison Baldwin, I believe. Okay, so the victim's impact statement could be from a parent, from a sibling, you know. Oh, okay, so they had, as far as I could see, they had 2 parents and a sister of one of the victims. Okay, so it was a sister of Hannah St. Juliana, and the father of Hannah St. Juliana went back to back. And then the father of Tate Meir went after that. And I don't know, I guess they couldn't reach the parents of Madison, or maybe they didn't want to make a statement or something. I don't know. But yeah. Okay. So, uh, every time time I hear a victim impact statement, it's always sad to me because, well, obviously someone lost their life, but then you don't understand the impact of losing someone else until you hear it from someone else's perspective. And to hear her sister lose her is just wow. I didn't cry, but I was really close because, okay, first of all, she was only 14 years old, and apparently her and her sister were like really close best friends, like twins maybe. And so she said that a part of her soul is gone because she lost her sister. And I feel bad for her father too, because her father was like, he didn't know what to say and he wanted to say the right words to convey his feelings. But you also know that no matter what someone says, it's never going to convey entirely how they feel, you know what I mean? So there was that part too. And then Tate's dad, he was pissed off. And I don't mean to smile, I don't mean to laugh. Okay, I know this is very serious. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, he was really pissed off. And he said what I would have said, kind of, because all these people wanted for Jennifer and James Crumbley to know the impact of the statement. Okay, and why I started with Jennifer is because my feelings before her sentence were very visceral, and when one of the, I think it was the sister of Hannah, was making her impact statement, she said something, and apparently Jennifer rolled her eyes at her. This woman, this young woman, is making an impact statement about her sister, and you're rolling your eyes at her. I told my dad happened to be here after, and I said, that woman is some kind of special. Okay, so, uh, okay, so all the statements are read, and then the lawyers and the prosecutors get their chance to speak and say what kind of sentence they want. Okay, well, they were advocating for, like I said, around 4 years to 7 years, right? And it was kind of recommended or asked for, you know, time served. They thought they were gonna get time served and go home, or like really close to that. And I was like, they better not. That was my reaction when I heard that. Okay, so which, uh, wow. Uh, how to put this nicely? Well, okay. Jennifer Crumbley went first, and she tried to justify her actions again, trying to justify the stuff she said on the stand and make people understand what she really meant. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? Because one of her most egregious remarks on the stand was, they asked her a pointed question. They said, if you knew what you knew now, would you change anything? If you could change anything, would you change anything? Her answer, I swear to God, was no. No. You don't say no to a question like that. What is she thinking? And then that was the part she was trying to uh, make people understand that that's not how she meant it. Okay, when you ask someone a direct question like that and they say the answer, that's what they meant. I can't. I can't. And I don't have any children, but I can't. Okay. So after I got over the anger of that, then her brilliant lawyer comes up. She's starting to talk about the case again, and like she's having the trial for a second time. I swear to God, you can look at the video, judge for yourself. But she was arguing with the judge, and she was arguing the judge like a teenager. Okay? Get that through your head. Like, wrap your brain around that one. Oh, okay. So, finally, the judge gets to speak, okay, and impose a sentence on her. All right? Okay. So she says, well, I know that people have asked me for whatever amount of time, and I understand why. However, and this was her saving grace, she said, I feel like that amount of time is too lenient for these crimes. So I'm going to say no. Okay, so the sentence for both of them, I'm just going to say it here, but I'm going to make another video about James. Okay, so the sentence for both of them is 10 to 15 years total with credit for 828 days served. Okay, 828 days is roughly 2 years and 4 months. So that means they got to spend at least 8 years in prison before. And also, I learned how the Michigan board works. Okay, you have to serve the bottom of the sentence, which is 10 years, before you can go up to the parole board and be evaluated for parole. So I'm happy about that, but wow, my mind was blown. So I'm sorry, I went a little over 10, but like I said, I'm heated today. But yeah, all right, James Crumbley coming up.